All right, people. This is tough. This is gonna be tough. This girl slept with 100 guys, and now she's crying. This is the sign that her body is rejecting them. Her body is rejecting them. Legit. Watch this. No, the audio is not working. Let me put the audio right here. But it's a perfect example of you shouldn't be doing this, right? Not even a dude, not even a guy should be doing that. I'll be honest with you. Not even a guy should be doing that, because that shit fucks with you psychologically, man. Like it does fuck with you psychologically, and so it's kind of like that many people in that short amount of time, like your psychology, the way your brain works, isn't meant for that type of like getting ran through, like pretty much, you know. And I don't know what inspired her to do that, but um, we're gonna see what she says about this right now.
You actually can. Is that real?
Yeah, he's not good with smells.
Lily then walked us through the process that she had repeated 100 times that day.
Come on in, make yourself at home, take your shoes off. I've got some hangers here if you want to put your coat up.
Nice.
Come on in, where you travel from today? Oh, lovely. Yeah, oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'll get you on the bed, make yourself comfortable.
You see, what people don't understand is having to consistently meet new people and then immediately go into it. Like that is like I just feel like for a woman that has so like it like it just her body's like, what the fuck are we doing, girl? Like
Take off your trousers and we're gonna have a fun time. And then I'll give them the phone camera. I'll just say, I'm guessing you don't want your face in it.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it'll be POV phone camera.
Yeah.
I'll start usually with a and then I'd say like, is there anything you like, don't like, any certain position you want to do?
Yeah.
And then yeah, we kind of got straight into it.
Did you do the with a condom on or?
No,
No,
I
condom
didn't.
off
Condom off.
Okay, and then but then like once they're having sex and it's like
Yeah, condom on.
on.
look, people, I get if you test them. I get it, okay? If you test them, sure, but my fucking Christ. Like, do you know that women have a high likelihood of getting it?
On type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It does smell a lot like sex. I mean, and there's rose. That's nice. Did one of the guys? And how are you feeling?
Surprisingly, downstairs is not really sore.
Okay.
It's more just tired. My eyes sting like nothing else.
Why?
Because of all the cum in it. I think I repeatedly said, you can come on my face, but not in my eye.
And they just went right at the eyes.
Well, I think like it might have been an accident. But no, I mean, I've definitely seen some spunk today, Jesus. And it just took definitely a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I think it was when it was only like 40 and I was like, I'm not even halfway yet.
Yeah.
And 40 is still a lot of people. Like, imagine 40 people and be like, I'm not even halfway, like, done.
When was the last time you ate?
That's crazy, man. I'm not even reacting. I just got lost into it. It's crazy.
I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And then I think I had a sandwich. And that was kind of, and then the rest come. It's not for the weak, girls.
Yo, she just says it casually, and then the rest come. Dog, man. Her vernacular is too comfortable with this, man.
If I'm honest, it was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Why not?
I think if you're a different type of girl, it's very like...
This is her body rejecting them, honestly. Her body is rejecting them right now. Her body's like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? We told you not to do this. You know?
It's kind of like being a prostitute in a sense of like, it's just a different feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
yeah, you're feeling
like
used.
Just having sex with someone.
yeah, just one in, one out. Like it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it.
I mean, she makes prostitution easy because this is like Hall of Fame level type of shit. Like this is Hall of Fame level type of shit.
Right.
Definitely.
Sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
So what's going on here? There's most likely a complete dissociation between her body and mind. She's dissociated because when you're doing the thing like this, your body says, I don't even want to I want to get through this. So when you say I want to get through this, you stop feeling sensations. When you stop feeling sensations, that's when trauma begins to happen. That's when a lot of things happen. It's like leaving your kids alone with a random stranger, right? Like you don't know what's happening, but you know some shit is happening. That's not good. So you sort of like it's her body's alert system, and sh- and it's like it's uncontrollable. Like this is what happens when you use your body that way. It's like it rebels, and you don't know what's happening, but you definitely feel the consequences of it.
I think I was you know, when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before. I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. But it was good. It was more, I guess the interactions when like I'd have to stop them early and like you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go. And like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to make them come if like you haven't spent enough time with them.
Pressured. You know, like honestly, women, y'all don't put pressure on yourself to make a guy come. Okay, that's not your problem. That's not your job. That's his job to make him come. So it just seems like she's a pleaser, right? And she puts a lot of pressure on being a pleaser. Most likely, narcissistic parents. Most likely parents who weren't emotionally available that used her as her comfort, right? Like, and most likely there's some like fucking stuff, 100%. That it honestly, this is like advertising. This is bad PR for her family. This is really bad PR for her family.
I'm feeling like they didn't, like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
And that's what's making you feel emotional, is that maybe you think you didn't give some guys a good enough time.
That is a weird thing to have your tears brain part of your brain to be activated because you didn't get them to come. Like that is wild. And so a lot of it, most likely her compulsion isn't the desire for sex. It's the desire to please, the desire to get a guy and for him to like her back and respect her. And it just seems like she uses sex as a way to make people happy. Like that's her way of getting validation from people. So she's completely distorted, completely I'm not even look. This is the obvious thing. I hate kicking people while they're down, but it shows you, man. You know, it's not just ugly people, because she's hot as fuck. You know what I mean? Like this chick is like legit. Looks like she belongs in that house.
Time today?
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt-tripping me a little bit.
Oh, so she doesn't have boundaries. You're going to make me leave all this trip? You're not going to make me come? She's like, okay. That is... And the fact that she doesn't see how that's asshole is, she doesn't have the guts, no pun intended, to say, get the fuck out. So most likely she didn't have male figures who loved her back or validated her for just her being her. She most likely, I hate to assume, but it's just that, how do you learn that? There's a lot of inappropriate attention as a child she most likely received. This is not something that you just think about. You learn this. It's habitual.
Like some people just travel so far. Like I didn't want to give them a shit time and like come away from this and be like, oh, that was shit.
So if she's on a date with a normal guy, she'll fuck the guy out of guilt. She'll fuck the guy because the guy guilts her. So it's very easy. So she's been guilt tripped. She's been guilt tripped before because it works. It's like, it seems like it's the easiest thing. I can literally go up to him like, yo, you didn't fuck me. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I saw your videos and you didn't fuck me. Why didn't you do that? You know how far I came for this? And she's like, okay, all right, let's go to my room. All right, thank you. Like, I mean, that's wild as shit, man.
I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic, like by the...
Dissociation. You call that disassociating. You choose not to be in your body.
I think like the 30th, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're going to do this. And like it just sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know.
People, I didn't watch this. I'm just telling you, because if you guys watch my channel, you know I talk a lot about this.
Like, it's not like normal sex at all. In my head right now, I can think of like,
when sex becomes a duty, you disassociate. You never want any form of sex that's disassociated. It's crazy. Even drug use creates a certain level of disassociation, but because it traumatizes you. It puts you in a state of traumatic limbo. Like it's not good. No bueno. Let me see what the comments say. Let's look at the comment section. You just start to dissociate. Babe, that's called your brain and body trying to protect you from trauma. This is the best anti-porn film I've ever seen. This is like Black Mirror episode. I found the mess in the room a symbol of the mental state of people. What man would willingly step into the room? Oh my God, yeah. Use condoms lying around. First of all, use condoms. Those were the guys that use a condom were the smart ones. Those were the smart ones. Those were the keepers. Why not bother to put a bin? Yeah, right? What the fuck? Change. She had a team with her. Never thought about cleaning up. She seems absolutely broken at the end. Doesn't recommend it. But now she's talking about doing 1,000 a day. Well, because look, listen. This is trauma, right? It's like a drug habit. You say you're not gonna. You say you're gonna stop doing drugs the day after your drug bin, but then your guilt goes away, and then the urge to get that drug comes back. So in other words, this is compulsion. This is a compulsion that she can't control. She's addicted. She's a sex addict. So that is a sex addict. And her form of doing sex is doing it in front of people. There's certain levels of voyeurism, certain level of masochism, of her being in pain, level of guilt. She has a lot of guilt sex. There's a lot of things I could say. I just don't want to say on camera. But yeah, there's a lot of things. This should be categorized as a horror documentary. How people don't see this kind of self-harm is people see it, man.
5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like, if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know?
That's crazy. Like, and like people say, this is not even her final form. This is not her final form. Like, she's gonna do more.
But yeah. I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them, and like when they'd kind of be like,
yeah, the pre-sex conversations always sucks. Like, like the pre-sex conversation, it's always awkward,
oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah.
And that's toxic people. Those are the types of guys you got to get them to get the fuck out. Stupid. Nigga, I ain't stupid. Get the fuck out.
And obviously it just makes me feel so bad.
Okay, so see how her reaction to people crossing her boundaries isn't anger and aggression, it's submission. She's been taught this pretty much.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you.
So she's a woman who keeps her word. She's loyal, right? She's a loyal No, she's not a loyal person, but she's somebody that in your life, I could promise you could trust her. I could promise you. Why? Because she cares too much about what you think of her. She cares way too much of what you think of her. So because of that, she cares about what you have to say about her. So she won't steal from you. Like women like her are women who are looking to. She's not looking for loyalty anymore, man. We're like, what the fuck? Like, she's completely broken, man. I'm sorry. Like, I feel horrible, honestly, man. I really do.
It's kind of hard to let them down.
Who let you down? Now you feel like they're gonna experience the same. Yeah.
But it's up to you, right? Like,
honestly, I don't know if you guys like these types of videos, but it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Have you even processed?
Oh, not the fucking pink background. Oh, Lord.
What's happened?
You can't process
yet.
it. You're disassociated, boo
God, I
boo.
won't forget this day, Jesus.
You're crying. You're
When I
disassociated.
decided to start making this documentary, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I certainly didn't expect to see Lily so upset at the end of it all. I thought perhaps in years to come she may look back at
You know, it's pretty much delayed pain. Like, you know how sometimes pain takes a while for you to feel it? Well, what happens is that when you're really traumatized, that signal of pain versus receiving the signal takes longer because there's just so much clutter, so much bullshit. And a lot of the times you don't know you're traumatized up until a few years later, days, weeks, I don't know. But when you're really healthy, you get those signals quickly. The reason why is because when you're healthy, you're used to things, allowing things to process through you. So it's almost like the highway between pain and your reception of pain is clean. Highly traumatized people, there's a lot of traffic, man. And it takes a while to realize your pain. And so you walk around with a broken foot without realizing it's broken, and you keep aggravating it. And once it's at a point of no return, that's when you realize you have a broken foot. But now you have broken ligaments. Now you got plantar fasciitis. Now it's a lot of shit, man. Let's continue.
afterwards. She had stressed to me throughout my time with her how
She look at the end of the day, she's a baddie. And she don't make British women look. She makes British women look bad because, and I don't know if you guys are from Europe. All of Europe, or European guys say the easiest are British women. I'll be honest with you, I didn't believe that because I'm like, there are cousins. I'm American. I don't like people talking shit about British people. But when I went to England, yeah, it's true. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Why? I don't know. Why are American girls like that? I don't know. But yeah, it's wild. It's shit in England, man.
excited she was for this challenge and how this was her fantasy. So to see her so visibly upset at the end of it all was really sad.
Well, when fantasy becomes reality, it ain't a fantasy no more. It's a nightmare.
But my confusion was only added to in the days following our filming with Lily, as she announced to her fans that in February of 2025, she would be sleeping with 1,000 men in a
Again,
single day to
it's most likely multiple personality disorders. I don't want to diagnose it, but when you have trauma, you have to compartmentalize. You have to find a way to separate what you've done and feel good about yourself. And so what she's really good at is compartmentalizing. That's all that is, you know?
break the world record.
Last week I did 101 guys. Now,
This is her personality now. This is the slutty side. You know, this is her slut self pretty much. And then when she does it, her slut self goes back into the shadow. And the little girl who's really traumatized comes out and she's like, what have I done? And she feels guilty. And then once the shadow self gets hungry again, like fucking Yugi and Yu-Gi-Oh, right? The fucking I don't know if you guys know that, but the king comes back, Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Is his name? And he takes over Yugi. And it's like it's pretty much like being possessed by your dark side. And it comes out once it's hungry. When it's satisfied, it comes out and you feel guilty. And then once again, the urge comes back and the guilt goes away. It's hedonistic.
this was just the warm-up because in February I'm going to be the first person ever to reach 4 digits of guys all in one day. Yes, 1,000 guys.
Maybe what we witnessed that night was just someone overwhelmed with emotion after completing such a monumental challenge. Or maybe we saw the true toll this career can have on a person.
Let me know if you guys want me to make another video about her. Let's pray for her. We're watching a train wreck, and I say that not a happy thing, but as a very compassionate. Because at the end of the day, I'm a Buddhist, and I sense and can see pain really well, and I know what that is because I've been through stuff like that. I've been through pain. I never been ran through by 100 guys, right? But you know, you do shit that you shouldn't do. You know what I mean? Like you just do shit what you shouldn't do. And so, you know, like I know how it feels to do things, regret it, and then want to do it again, and then realize that holy shit, there are two sides in me that I can't control. And that's what she's going through. And what she needs is therapy, man. She's too much of an addict for validation. And because of that's something that she's the last person who should be online. You know, she's the last person, because if she keeps doing this shit, man, she's gonna fuck 100 guys eventually. Oh wait, she did. God have mercy. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to Mindful Attraction. Click on the description down below. Use the coupon code BLACK to get 20% off my one-on-one calls and 50% off my courses. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.